Hi, I'm Miss Lethbridge and I'm in charge of Health and Social Care here at St Cuthbert's. This is a popular qualification chosen across the country, not just here at school. One that we've done very well in the past, so we've produced some really good results. The qualification that the students will be learning about is the BTEC Tech Award. Now this is a new BTEC Award which has been reformed in line with the new GCSEs and therefore will be viewed by further and higher education establishments as the same as GCSEs, which is often a worrying concern for parents and students. The course is usually a very favourable one due to its nature. Unlike the GCSE course where you'll study the content and then work towards that formal assessment at the very end of the course, in Health and Social Care the students will be formally assessed throughout each of their coursework units. So after each coursework component, a final grade will be given for that aspect of the course. There'll be no turning back at that point, but obviously that assessment will be throughout the course as opposed to at the end. There's 3 components of the course, 2 of which are assessed internally and worth 60% of the qualification, and 1 assessed externally worth 40% of the overall qualification. So component 1 is all about human development. So students will explore the physical, intellectual, emotional and social development areas of the human body across a variety of life stages, so from infancy through to childhood all the way through to later adulthood. They'll investigate how various factors and life events can affect those areas for development and how choices made impact our growth and how people can adapt to those and deal with those. Component 2 is a health and social care value coursework unit. So students will learn which health and social care services are available and identify why people might need to use those services. They'll discover who's involved in providing each of those services, explore what might stop people, so what barriers might prevent them from obviously accessing those services, and look at the care values that the social and care sector, obviously the values we use for the people that we'll be caring for. Component 3, which is the externally assessed unit by the exam board, is all about health and wellbeing. So students will be producing a health and wellbeing improvement plan based on a brief given to them, or it might be based on someone that they maybe know or have come across in a brief placement period. And this will include all the information covered from component 1 and component 2 and throughout those coursework units. So it's an accumulation of all the information that the students will be learning. A difference between the BTEC courses in comparison to the GCSE courses is that the grading is slightly different. So, for example, instead of your all-day stars or A grades, which is now obviously grade 9, 8, 7, so on, students will be given grades from a level 1 pass through to a level 2 pass, level 2 merit, level 2 distinction, and they're all equivalent to the same grades as GCSE, so the same points will be accumulated as that. Across all 3 components, students will not only learn about the content of the course, but will have a fantastic opportunity to develop their overall skills, their confidence to lead them further, obviously into education or employment. So the coursework tasks will be varied and all the students will complete different activities and will be expected to produce work in different formats. So that might be in presentations, role plays, posters, leaflets, written documents and so on. So therefore they're really being prepped for college and universities and employment in that respect. So what's the best part of our health and social care qualifications? First and foremost, we've produced some fantastic results over the past couple of years, particularly our top end results. We've had a lot of students done very well, achieving the top grades. A lot of our students, even including those students that haven't necessarily picked it at Key Stage 4, have gone on to study health and social care at colleges. As this is a new course, we're currently in the middle of developing links with our local colleges, particularly Carmel College, and looking to utilise their placement providers where possible to obviously give our students that opportunity for some real hands-on experience. And this will bring the health and social care values to life and hopefully make their learning a little bit more worthwhile for them. The qualification is coursework based, which is often the biggest seller of the course, as it eliminates that exam dread threat like the GCSE qualifications sometimes pose with having that big exam at the end on top of all the other exams. So the course is therefore very suited for someone that probably gets quite anxious over exam pressure. Students will be motivated throughout the course, as they will be formally assessed throughout the 3 years as opposed to just at the end. So they'll be given their final grades for each coursework unit throughout those 3 years, and that again hopefully keeps those students motivated to achieve the best possible grades and outcomes. But also, where necessary, give them a kick up the backside if needed. In terms of careers routes, there is absolutely tons of pathways out of this course. I'd like to eliminate a few misconceptions at this point, in the sense that a lot see this qualification as a stepping stone into becoming a midwife, social worker, GP or a care home worker, and that tends to be people's views of where this qualification can lead. This is absolutely not the case. I'd definitely urge you to have a little research. There is hundreds of careers and job opportunities available to you from this qualification and within this sector. So the health and social care sector is such an enormous sector in terms of the work and employment world, and there's literally hundreds of worthwhile pathways to go down. For me, a few careers that I'd like to highlight, which I find particularly interesting, would be psychiatrist, psychologist, physiotherapist, dentist, surgeon, paramedic, herbalist, acupuncturist, pharmacist, medical sales consultant, all job roles that aren't necessarily or always associated with this qualification. And certainly some top-end jobs there will definitely get a very high income for you when you're older. I hope this has been helpful. Please, if you have any more questions or any concerns, don't hesitate to contact me at school, or if you're in school, obviously just come and find me. Thank you for listening.